The Egyptian army is the largest armed forces in both the Middle East and Africa, with available estimated personnel of 468,500, while 1 million are additional reservists. Under the Ministry of Defense, the Egyptian Military Operations Authority controls it, with its headquarters in Cairo, which are directed three main command and control headquarters. The Army has engaged in the 20th century in Egypt's five wars with the State of Israel, while its Operation Desert Storm in 1991. The armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran include the IRIA, the IRGC and the Law Enforcement Force, one of the largest armed forces with 545,000 active personnel excluding law enforcement force. The new King Reza Shah Pahlavi is a re-established Iran army by sending hundreds of officers to European and American military academies and retraining of existing army from foreigner officers. Following the arms embargo after Iran Revolution in 1971, they started producing the weaponry material that their own, also involved in making nuclear weapon to become the strongest army. Eight. Pakistan, 642,892. The Pakistan Army is a volunteer fighting force which has active force of 642,892 personnel according to the International Institute for Strategic Studies ISS, while there were roughly 500,000 reserves are also available in addition. The key joint operations by the Army comprised Operation Black Thunderstorm and Operation Raw Immediate, while its major engagements are with neighboring armed forces in 1965, 1971 and in 1999. Pakistan Army is also among the largest and strongest armies in world, with massive personnel and equipped with latest weapons and having nuclear assets. 7. South Korea, 630,000. The Republic of Korea Armed Forces is one of the largest and strongest standing armed forces in the world, with active personnel strength of 630,000, known as the ROK Armed Forces. The Army is responsible for maintaining the independence and territorial integrity of the Republic, also engages in disaster relief and humanitarian efforts in the country. The South Korean forces are involved in conflict with its neighbor North Korea, which has been increasing the border site, mostly relied on U.S. armed forces for homeland security. 6. Turkey, 662,719. Armed Forces of the Republic of Turkey started comprehensive modernization program from troops after becoming an associate of NATO on February 18, 1952, and considered as second largest forces in NATO following United States forces. Turkish forces also stand among the largest and strongest armed forces in the world, with available troops of 662,719 for fight, engaged in Korean War, Cyprus, PKK campaign and other humanitarian work in the country. 5. Russian Federation, 845,000. After the dissolution of the Soviet Union, armed forces of the Russian Federation established to serve the Russia, which became one of the largest and strongest armies, with total active personnel of 845,000, while its additional reserve troops are approximately 2,035,000. According to sources, Russian government is spending a massive sum for armed forces and equipped them with latest and modern weapons while also considering starting nuclear program in the country to turn into stronger in the world. For North Korea, 1,190,000. The Korean People's Army has nearly 1,190,000 active troops while nearly 600,000 are reserved under command of Kim Jong-un, who is the Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army. KPA involved in major fights with Republic of Korea Armed Forces and United States Forces Korea across the Korea Demilitarized Zone, considered as largest and strongest army with heavy weapon and human capital. Approximately spend $10 billion on the army as it still faces the United States and South Korea forces along the deactivated zone. 3. India, 1,329,998. The Indian Army, established since the Armies of the East India Company, became the British Indian Army and then National Army after independence. It is responsible to ensure national security, unity and defending the nation from external violence and threats, and retaining peace and security within its borders, especially with Pakistan, which has been considered as worst enemy since their independence and has 3 major wars till now. The Indian Army also listed at top of largest and strongest armies with total active armed staff of 1,329,998 excluding 990,960 reserve personnel. 2. The United States of America, 1,458,219. The largest branch of the U.S. military, formed to fight the American Revolutionary War on June 14, 1775, considered as most modern and highly equipped forces in the world. The active personnel is also 1,458,219 staff having active nuclear armaments. Spend 39% on the military expenditure of the whole world, while United States Army Reserve USAR has reportedly 201,166 soldiers. Reserve made them largest and strongest armies. 1. People's Republic of China, 2,285,000. The People's Liberation Army is the military of the People's Republic of China (PRC) under command of the CPC, enlisted at the top of largest and strongest armies with active personnel of 2,285,000 active while 800,000 reserved, while bringing total to 30,085,000. China has huge number of volunteers available to serve the nation to protect nearly billion of people, becoming the most powerful country and commanding nation in the world.